Hi everyone, this is Laurel from Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily angel message. I'm going to use the Blessed Be deck to get a blessing for everyone for this day, and I'm also using the Fairy Tale Tarot deck. So let's see what we got going on here. All right, I have very little makeup on because I got out of the shower and this is me. So Holy Spirit, angels and guides, what is the message? What is the blessing for everyone on this Sunday, June 8th? Wow, a day of abundance. Oh my gosh, and we got an 8. A blessing on a homecoming. Wow. And it's a 44, so this is stability, security, safety, and it also equals 8, which is abundance flowing in. So a blessing on a homecoming. And she's holding the sword of truth. Really beautiful. So truth will be known. So really cool. And then we're going to have some messages from this beautiful deck. Holy Spirit, angels and guides. Ooh, that one just like, did you see that? That one just flipped right out of the deck. Ooh. Oh my gosh. So there was a bunch of cards that flipped out, and I'm not feeling that I need to take these. So sometimes the energy comes out flying out so fast, and you know, these are new. This is a new deck too, so it's really slippery. It's really slick. What are the messages for everyone? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Oh, there we go. What are the messages? There's really slippery cards. And then we got 2 sticking out of the top. Oh, 3, which I'm going to take. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And I love this. It's the polar bear. She's riding the polar bear. You know, isn't that funny? You know, this just shows, you know, the 10 of Pentacles. And there's 3 stars there. Birth, death, rebirth. Or you can see it as 3 pentacles. You know, the pentacles are placed all over. You know, there's one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. But the 3 major ones, birth, death, rebirth. And I feel like this is a rebirth of your your how do I want to say, your abundance. It may be it may be how you make, how that abundance comes in, your manifesting power, you know, your I was getting actually I was getting that it's a change in, it's a change from lack. That's what they were telling me. First of all, is it's going from lack to abundance, the 10 of Pentacles. So lack is like the 5 of Pentacles, and this is the 10 of Pentacles. So like going from 4 or 5 to the 10. You know, the the abundance in your life is changing. And you know, she's, you know, most people would run from the polar bear. She's riding the polar bear. She's in, you know, she has tamed that polar bear, and you know, she is riding that. So you know, anything in your life that seemed like out of control, seemed like it was, you know, topsy-turvy, I feel like that's going to be coming into a more balance, alignment, control. So really beautiful for the overall message. Let's see what else we got. We got lots of cards that came out. We have the moon, and this is on the 11th. And it shows her contemplating, and her cat right next to her. So there's independence, following what she needs to do for her body, for herself. The moon is intuition. It's following your guidance, whether you get it through the waking hours or the sleeping hours. But this is showing independence in that. This is though this is a 9 as well. So this is yeah, I feel like, things being revealed to you through your intuition, through your sleep time, um, through your spiritual guidance. And then we have the Prince of Cups. And I love this card because, she's looking in, and I gotta look at this a little bit closer. Yeah, so she's looking into the water and the cup is right there. And, she's all she has to do is grab it and, and fill, the cup is being, it looks like the cup is being offered to her. And that's the Prince of Wands is oftentimes, that prince coming forward with a small cup of emotion, showing her a small cup of emotion. And, um, this is, it's in the pond. So, it can be filled and refilled and filled and refilled. So, this is kind of symbolic of, how we can refill and fill and refill and fill, continue to fill our own cup over and over again as well. And that, we'll be fine without anyone offering that cup because we have the ability to fill our own cup as well. So, and then we have the Nine of Cups. Wow. So the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. And, in order to get to the 9, you have to have that 8 of Cups, the letting go. The letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And that allows you to get to the 9, the wish fulfillment, where you're in this more freedom, independence, having everything you need, and being rich in all things. So really beautiful, beautiful energy, but you have to let go in order to get to this 9 of Cups. That's the tricky part. And then we have the 8 of Wands, and this is, this is oftentimes associated with communication coming in. It's fast moving energy. And, there's 3 men here again. There's birth, death, and rebirth. And he's trying to jam a wand into the tree. And you can see, there's tons of them laying on the ground, that have been unsuccessful because the tree is, it's a hard surface. And the tree is stability. The trunk of the tree is connecting from the heavens. It's connecting the heavens and the earth. He's trying to jam this into a hard surface when all he'd have to do is lay his hand on it to feel the energy to receive communication from the tree. So it's really interesting that, that, yeah. So, I'm also seeing like a double H in the sticks on the ground. So that might be significant for someone. Seeing HH. This is, I feel like this is the message I'm getting is tapping into your communication with spirit, because this is, and the earth, because this is, he's trying to tap the tree with one of the rods, one of the wands, and it's not that, it's much easier than that. It's laying your hand on it, it's focusing, quieting, being still, and getting the communication from spirit. And the tree, the trunk of the tree, as I said, is a bridge between the spirit realm and the earthly realm. So 10:10 on the clock. Wow. And then we have happily ever after, and this is the tower, I believe. Yeah, this is the world card. It's 21. Happily ever after, the world card. So this is the ending of a cycle. Cycles ending for you and your, for if you have a person, the cycle's ending. This is the world card. This is starting a new cycle, having an ending, saying goodbye. And you may be decluttering, throwing away. I know I did that yesterday. I threw away a lot of stuff from the old way that I was making a living. Threw a lot of that stuff away and purged that. And so, so there's a lot of endings coming in about how, um, and new beginnings coming in, making our making our pentacles differently, stepping deeper into our purpose. But new chapters, stepping deeper into twin flame journeys as well. And then I have the Prince of Swords, and I love this because she is Princess of Swords. She's flying high on this dove, and this dove is symbolic of union. So, she's keeping herself, raised above everything and flying high, and that's leading her closer and closer to union. And the sword energy is, swift moving, quick moving. She's lots of speed in this card. So yeah, and the sun in the background, shining your light, rising above everything. So I hope this helped. These are my messages for the daily, and I'm wishing you so much love and so much light. Namaste.